Hi. Oh, it's perfect timing. Well, almost perfect timing. Hi. Hello, hello. How you guys doing? It's Sunday. It's time for part 2 of the Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods DLC, or TAG in short. Kind of weird how they chose like TAG. Yeah. And we shall see how this one goes. If it's anything like yesterday, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. I mean, it probably is basically the same, but more. Dude, the difficulty in that DLC is just off the charts. Like, that one almost goes back to like, almost. I'm only saying almost, but it. And I haven't really played a lot of these games. In the past. It brings me sort of back to like the old times of games back, where if you choose like the highest difficulty, it's like unfair on purpose. And the game was almost that, like, or the DLC was almost that. It like was almost unfair on purpose. Like there was some like, I mean, the last fight, they have this. They make the enemy who's already strong enough on its own stronger, and then they make it two enemies that are stronger than normal. And then you have lasers to watch out. You have the boss. I mean, actually, no, you didn't have to care for the boss, right? The boss just, like, he was just standing there, and you had to fight the Zeds, or like the cannon fodder, basically. But yeah, you just you have these two enhanced enemies who are already shit to fight against. I mean, not necessarily. It's okay, but you have these two enemies now enhanced, so like they attack faster, they recover faster, and all that stuff. And then like lasers, and then you have like smaller monsters, or like demons spawning in. And I think some of these, like, there would even be a Hellwalker. I think they are called Hellwalkers, right? Like the dudes with a shaved head. Let me just actually check. Hellwalker Doom. Doom demons. Let me just check. Wow, 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 wow. Is it Prowler? No. Prowlers are also fucking ass. Hell Knight. Yeah, it was the Hell Knight. These fucks. Also, I was thinking that I haven't said it yet, but hi, Nalicus. Yeah, so these guys, right? Like, they spawn in this dude. Well, you're fighting two enhanced monsters. So you can't chainsaw this dude. And she's constantly on your ass. It was like so annoying, honestly. It was so annoying. But I mean, we made it. I guess we made it. We are now on the second part, and I mean, I obviously want more.
No
but
refund, no return.
Rutzi Eternal Poggers.
Eternal. Eternal. Dude, I love this. I love this TTS, man. Just because of how random. I just like when it takes English words and just puts it into German. It's incredible. Hi, Alex. Thanks for the 46 months resub. Glad you're still enjoying yourself here, I suppose. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, Eternal. It's like it's like it sounds like Sebastian put ethanol and anal together. Don't do that at home. Don't do that at home. That's probably not very good for your body. Could be medicine as well. Could be medicine as well. I mean, isn't there? What's it called? That actually reminds me. There was a. Analgeticum, or in English, analgesic. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And so in Scrubs, I hope you guys know Scrubs, right? There was like an old there was a patient, and JD had to explain to him that it's called analgesic, and not analgesic. So he had to apparently he put it in his ass and not in his mouth. So that's why that's what it reminds me of a little bit. Is this the track actually? No, I think it's the next one, isn't it? This one just builds up, right? Yeah, this one is it. This right here. The next part is actually pretty good as well. Yeah, good. Honestly, again, music, okay? I have to say it. Music. I'm still sorely missing Mick Gordon. But Andrew Hulshult, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, and David Levy, they did a decent job, okay? They like, the thing is with the DLC, you can hear they tried it. I said this yesterday as well. They tried their damnedest to still sound like Mick Gordon, right? Like they still tried it. If only I kept Mick Gordon. Not sure why it made it that, but yeah. Anyway, also Bob Kelso is your spirit animal. I mean, was he always? Nah. I'm not sure if I'm closer to Bob Kelso or if I'm closer to fuck, what was his other name? The other dude. The other chief. Dr. Cox, yeah. Of course, yeah. Dr. Cox. Because both had sort of like a... I mean, they were old, right? So they had experience. But they always had, like, both had sort of like a realistic approach, right? Like they weren't gonna happy talk. They just saw it as it is. You don't think Eternals or 2016 style of music fits what Dark Ages is doing? I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't say so. I think. I mean, sure, like the music style that was going in Eternal and 2016 wouldn't necessarily fit. You know, like what was specifically used for these two games may not work in the Dark Ages, but I'm pretty sure Mick Gordon could have found, like, would have crafted something that would have fit even that game. Like I don't know. He's a genius. And I mean, just look at his track record, okay? He made music. He made the soundtrack for Prey, for Lawbreakers, for Wolfenstein. I'm always amazed by how I'm pronouncing it Wolfenstein and not Wolfenstein, because it's literally German. It's a German name. I mean, it's not like it's like two words put together, but why am I calling it in English? Why am I just saying Wolfenstein? It's literally that. It's a game about killing Nazis. And he made the OST for Killer Instinct, like that rebooted one, I think. I'm not sure. So he has the range. He has the range to go up and down and left and right. You certainly would do a great job again. My point was rather they maybe didn't even try to exactly mimic what Gordon was doing. I mean, by the way, I was talking about the DLCs, not about the new game. Like in that like in the DLCs, you can hear that they tried their best to sound as close to Mick Gordon as they could. Like there was no. I almost feel like maybe they didn't. They probably did have creative freedom, the two composers, but it almost feels like, hey, we fucked up. So please make your music sound as similar to Mick Gordon as possible, so people aren't gonna be angry that it sounds completely different. And then Andrew and David made it somehow work. Do their best. But yeah, this is exactly what happened to the, yeah, it had, I mean, this, if I read correctly, the first DLC came out in October. So they had like, I feel like they had no time to like be Omega creative, I guess. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's also crazy. Like I don't know. Maybe it's because I am searching for it, but it's crazy how often I read now. Oh my God, Mick Gordon is missing. Oh my God, I want Mick Gordon. Oh my God, give me Mick Gordon. You know, like, or like people being like, it sounds so off. Like it doesn't sound like what we are used to, you know, what we have been given by Mick Gordon. I don't know, but I guess because I'm sort of searching for it. No, I mean for Doom. I mean for Doom. I'm not. I mean Mick Gordon is still. Yeah, Mick Gordon is still around. He did the. He's doing. I think he's doing the music for Routine. Which we haven't really seen a lot about. But I hope it's good. It was like I think it was like a futuristic game with machines and all. It's like a survival horror game. Oh, those crybabies. Yes, I'm a crybaby. So what? Okay. Imagine getting given the god of music and then they just take it away and I don't know. It's just weird. It just feels wrong. They started this with him, and then they have this fallout because I mean, here's the thing. The thing is, they just it's still kind of funny how it all started. Like we could have just lived on, right? We could have just lived on, and maybe in like months or 2 months later, we could have gotten the Doom Eternal OST on Spotify. Instead, I'm saying Spotify, but I also mean like YouTube and SoundCloud and all like, these other platforms, right? But since I'm using Spotify, I'm just gonna say that one. But we could have had that, and because one guy on Twitter tweeted at Mick Gordon saying, "Hey, this sounds wrong." We got this whole fallout. Because this one guy compared the BFG Division 2020 version to the BFG Division 2016 version and said this sounds off. We got this whole fallout that Mick Gordon said it wasn't him. Id Software saying it's Mick Gordon's fault. Mick Gordon coming back saying it's id Software's fault. And then Bethesda being like, if you don't shut up, we're gonna come at you with our lawyers. Because one guy, I mean, there was probably multiple guys, but that one is like the most prominent in my head. The guy that went on Twitter and said, "Hey, this sounds wrong." God of Music return with Tempest Rising? I mean, can't there just be multiple gods? Isn't like the music like the music realm isn't composed of one god like the Catholic Church or the Islamic churches? We are more like in the music. We are more like the Buddhists. Or the Hindus, right? We have multiple gods. Although, what is Frank how do you pronounce his name, by the way? Klepacki? Not sure. But what is his music style? Industrial metal. Oh shit. Oh shit, he's sharing. He's sharing the spot with Mick Gordon. He did the I know that he did I know he did the Command and Conquer stuff. I just read Klepacki was contacted to score Command and Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars, but was too busy. Okay. The Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars OST is still good. Although it probably sounds a bit more generic, considering, like... I mean, I think Steve Jablonsky isn't too bad, right? Steve Jablonsky? Is an American composer to film, television, and video games, best known for his musical scores on the Transformers film series and The Sims 3. Okay, that is a range. Yeah, it says here composed CAS map view, buy and build mode music. So he wasn't like responsible for the full OST, but he did like parts of it. But still, like, I mean, Sims is probably a pretty chilled soundtrack, so... You also did Gears of War. Interesting. didn't do a lot, now that I see this. He only did Command & Conquer 3, Gears of War 2, Sims 3, Gears of War 3, and Gears of War Judgment. And then some random ass Transformer titles. Interesting. Anyway, enough talk about music. Now it's time to Doom. I'm hoping they toned down the difficulty a little bit. I kind of doubt it because they probably were like, dude, the people they liked it, so let's double down. Let's put in 5 Mancubus now in one battle and let them suffer. But yeah, let's do it. Doom Eternal. Oh wait, that's the wrong Doom. Oh yeah, the preload is up for Doom: The Dark Ages. So if anyone is interested in that shit, it's now live. It's now happening. Ow. We'll see about that. Yeah, I can already tell that they just they kept it the same, and it's gonna be. Ugh. To me, Dark Ages sounded a lot like Serious Sam. Now that I think about it, that really, and honestly, the way the trailers look, it really reminds me of Serious Sam. Oh man, see, like you get into this game, and you're presented with goodness, with perfection. So sad. Stop signing me in, you fucks. And then this game looks so good. It's kind of funny though how they went out of the. It's a prequel, right? How did we go from like a spoiler by the way for the new game? How did we go from like a normal shotgun and a normal, well, sort of normal looking machine gun to a skull crushing gun? I'm not sure how you would call it, but I know it's a sequel, prequel, but like how would you go from these guns to a normal shotgun, or like a normal machine gun? Like, did we just forget all of that existed? I don't know, but yeah. The Ancient Gods 2. To be honest, who cares? I mean, it looks nice. It looks like a really nice gun. Just crushing some skulls. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna guess. I feel like that gun is gonna use like, so you kill someone and it fills up your ammo count. So good. Ah, so good. Anyway. Welcome to Doom Eternal, to become an unstoppable. Why am I keep seeing this? Like, yes, I'm here. I just played this yesterday, you fucks. Nightmare difficulty. If you're an expert FPS player, I mean, of course I'm an expert FPS player. We have clearly seen that yesterday with probably like 200 plus death count on the first DLC. Let's go. Teleporting. I didn't read it yesterday, so I'm not gonna read it now. You read it. yeah. He's cheating.
No blood can be spilled in this holy place. Our time will come. If you survive, I will be waiting for you at the city of Elora.
Oh shit, that looks shiny. Ooh, cool. You now have all the tools? I mean, yes, of course.
To gain passage to Elora, you must power the Gate of Doom with the Wraith's crystal and pass through to where the Dark Lord resides. He is waiting for you.
Okay. Yeah. Come here! Bloop. This is still a really satisfying sound. The headshots. If you hit him, of course. Oh, great. What the fuck? Where's my... Give me a moment. What the fuck? I just got... What the fuck? I just lost connection to my main monitor. What the fuck? That was like great timing, especially when you're fighting against a fucking Mancubus. There's the connector. What the fuck happened?